Thank you very much, Gabriel. And I am actually there with you. In any case, I'm honored today to deliver my last presentation, as you were saying, for this event. And so today we are going to speak about purpose. And as you were saying, actually, what we are going to see today can also be transposed to other industries. Today we are going to speak about retail. That is my area of expertise. And so we're going to see how cloud actually enables what we call a purpose-led retail value chain. And so let me get started, first of all, by reminding the fact that many retailers and consumer companies have been saying for a long time now, since the pandemic started, that they have been facing 2 years of digital transformations in 2 months. And well, this is still true today. This is still going on. And we see this still being caused by supply chain constraints and by the need to have real-time operating store systems. And then we have the new emerging needs of e-commerce operations. And then we have modern merchandising and marketing that needs to become intelligent and autonomous. And then we have, again, the need for a flawless contextual customer experience. And still, we need to have a hybrid workplace for employees, for agile work. And in addition to this, we see how there are a number of pressures that are being applied to this context. So we have pressure from the society in terms of collaboration and transparency. We have sustainability that has become a must for all companies, retail, consumer goods, and beyond. Then we have social commerce. And then we have technologies such as augmented reality and virtual reality. And then, most important, we have customer stream of life that is being continuously disrupted and reshaped. So here, we were talking about purpose because we really believe it is what all of the next actions, investments, plans, strategies of retailers are going to be about over the next years. So in a nutshell, retailers face ever more demanding customers, greater accountability towards society, and growing competitive pressure and tighter margins. So we have shoppers that want to buy from brands that evoke a sense of purpose in everything they do, including the way they communicate with consumers. And then the success in this starts with retailers listening to what consumers are passionate about, with alignment with shoppers that ask for sustainability, and empathy with customers' expectation, and emphasis on operational excellence to deliver frictionless customer journeys. Here we have brought the example of Sharon White, that is a partner and chairman at John Lewis Partnership, where she stresses the participation of all of the stakeholders in theme of equality, diversity, and inclusion. So we really see how the purpose is at the center of such type of mission for a retailer. And then we need to ask ourselves, but then what are the key pillars of a purpose-led retail value chain? That is our green dot there at the center. Well, first of all, we have to take into account customer lifetime value, loyalty, and trust. So defining what is the main purpose in the relationship with customers is key to generate customer loyalty and lifetime value. And this is a top business priority for 52% of retailers, according to our latest research. So retailers need to define what key message to put forward with customers and convey this in a way that connects with shoppers' values, expectations, and preferences. Then, second pillar is the integration of digital and physical store operations. So whatever a retailer's purpose may be, efficiency in integration between offline and online becomes key. Store revenue increase is a priority, as we will see later. but physical store operations need to truly connect with digital shopping journeys for retailers to achieve this goal. And then the third pillar, last but not least, is supply chain, sourcing, and logistics. So the backlash from the pandemic that is continuing today has caused supply chain disruption, workforce shortages, and growing costs. So faced with supply chain bottlenecks, retailers are struggling with demand forecasting and supply chain planning and need to strong sources streams to respond to peak times and fast-changing consumer demand. At the same time, customers, investors, and partners expect retailers to be able to operate sustainable supply chain and responsible sourcing. So these are the three key pillars of a purpose-led retail value chain. Now, let's have this in mind and keep in mind another important aspect of today's retail businesses. So we have to keep in mind what are the retail core business processes. We have to keep in mind the big picture that relates back to those three pillars. So we have the supply chain, we have store systems and operations, we have e-commerce, and we have been speaking about this, but we have as well product marketing and merchandising. We have customer experience, and we have employee experience. Now, this is a very complex ensemble of core business processes to address. And indeed, if we go and look at what are retailers' top three challenges to challenging the core business processes, well, first of all, we see e-commerce. Second, we see customer experience. And third, we see supply chain. These tell us how much complex it is to balance, on one side, the delivery of excellent customer experience with, on the other side, what we call operational excellence. As we know, in e-commerce and supply chain, there are lots of implications for operational excellence. So if we go one level deeper, we see how then the road to achieve retailers' objectives, and so to increase revenue, loyalty, and profitability, is long and complex and requires integrated processes and applications. So if we look at the top three business objectives for the next 12 to 24 months, well, retailers highlight the increase of store-sourced revenues, the increase of customer loyalty, and the increase of e-commerce profitability. Now, we all see how much complex it is to achieve these objectives, and actually how interconnected they are. If we start looking at what is the top KPI that retailers are considering for increasing customer loyalty, well, this is customer retention. And then, if we look at the other top KPIs for store revenue and e-commerce profitability, well, we have on one side digital-driven in-store sales, and on the other side, store-driven e-commerce sales. Now, customer retention is a fundamental enabler of these two elements. And at the same time, these two elements are intertwined among them. So retailers have to reason in a substantially integrated manner, starting from how they conceive these processes down to how applications are integrated. And well, when we speak about applications integrations and processes integration, cloud is fundamental, is necessary to let this happen. So this picture that we have taken regarding the maturity of retail applications architecture actually provides quite positive overview of what's happening in retail. However, we strongly believe that these 51% of retailers that are, in a middle maturity position have the great opportunity to leverage a cloud architecture, a hybrid multi-cloud architecture to deploy unified commerce capabilities and real-time contextual customer experience personalization that are fundamental enabler of the three key objectives that we have seen before. And now, another important thing that we have to consider is that a cloud architecture is fundamental to build what we call the retail commerce platform. So this is a hybrid multi-cloud conceptual architecture that you see in front of you that provides the 4 core capabilities of customer experience, commerce, order fulfillment, and content optimization services in an agnostic manner, and that provides their capabilities to all of the ecosystem of interfaces and other applications that are in retailers' ecosystem. And an example of how cloud can support in this process of implementing such platform, well, we provide the e-commerce. Usually e-commerce has always been a separate platform from the other capabilities of a retailer. Well, a hybrid multi-cloud architecture actually enables retailers to abstract e-commerce capabilities within unified commerce capabilities within this platform, and therefore all of the capabilities that we have for customer experience, from order fulfillment, from content optimization, go and point to these new unified capabilities to deliver excellent customer experience on one side, excellent employee experience, and at the same time, an excellent experience on the partners and suppliers side. Now, the point with this platform is that there is still no more than 2-year window to implement it, because 74% of retailers are going to implement this within the next 12 months. And this is a thing that retailers should consider in terms of competition. And on the other side, the vendor community should consider to take the right opportunities from this big change that is going to happen. Well, we have been speaking about the retail commerce platform and how it enables substantially unified commerce, but we have also been speaking about the store. Well, the store remains crucial to generate value, and it is able to generate value enabled by cloud and edge computing capabilities. And this is why IDC predicts that by 2026, 90% of the 20,000 top retailers will employ edge computing to harness the explosion of data in stores for better workforce productivity and customer experience, while reducing costs by 20%. So if we take a quick look at the ideal store and how it is done, we see how still the cloud enables the 3 pillars that we have been speaking about, because on one side we have customer journeys related to loyalty. On the other side, we have the store operations. And this is, of course, related to the second pillar that we have seen. And on the other side, we have retail intelligence that is tightly related to supply chain with the opportunity to, for example, monitor in real time assortment and inventory. So we know this is a complex journey to take. Implementing, for example, edge computing capabilities within a network of stores, hundreds of stores, is not an easy job. However, the effort that is taken in implementing this kind of cloud capabilities and the following capabilities in terms of real-time data flows that a retailer can obtain, it's just one of the great benefits that retailers can achieve with these kind of investments. And well, speaking about benefits, we wanted to share with you a bit of what retailers that have been implementing a cloud infrastructure over the past years say are the top benefits they have achieved. And well, first of all, we have improved customer experience. Second, we have the capability of line of business to better control IT solutions in collaboration with the IT department. And also the opportunity to reduce the total size of the IT budget. This means optimizing the budget and investing the money where really are needed. And on the other side, this also improves the IT staff productivity. And last but not least, it is a fundamental enabler of innovation and digital transformation. So, as we can see here, actually, implementing a hybrid multi-cloud infrastructure provides great benefits, both on the top line and on the bottom line. Having said this, we wanted to leave you with our recommendations for building a purpose-led retail value chain. And then first, keep in mind the retail commerce platform. So prioritize and accelerate the implementation of this platform and leverage a hybrid multi-cloud microservices-based architecture. Second, customer experience. So implement a unified data platform. It is cloud-based. This will allow you to gather customer data, and not only customer data, in real time, and enable contextual experiences across what we call unified commerce activities. And last but not least, make an effort to transform the supply chain in the linchpin of customer experience excellence and of unified commerce profitability. This is my timer that is telling me that I'm leaving you with this last recommendation. It is about implementing cloud applications for logistical optimization and store inventory sharing capabilities. So with this presentation of today, I am very pleased to conclude my journey at IDC, as Gabriel was anticipating. And it has been an honor to serve for such a great company and to work with such a great community. And thank you very much.
Thank you.